blow into this episode with us. It's another Wild Edible World podcast. I'm just one of your hosts. My name's Michael.
And I am Steve's currently sitting on a log in this beautiful, beautiful park in our hood.
Yeah, right by a pond. It's a beautiful, unusually warm spring day. 80
yeah,
degrees.
We're in the 80s. Yeah, in the 80s today.
It's a pleasure. No morels yet. Still haven't been able to pick any morels.
It's a little dry. We were talking about that a second ago.
Yeah,
a little bit dry. Maybe a little moisture to help us out.
So we're going to have warmer thoughts today. We're going to talk about one of our very favorite plants. In fact, 3 years doing the show now, it's been featured
crazy
on our logo.
Crazy.
And we have never done an episode on it. Wood sorrel. Also, the binomial Oxalis dillenii is going to be the one that we're going to be mostly focusing on. The Dillennii. So, this is, widely, I've always told the story about how this is like the plant that basically got me into foraging, right? Mm-hmm. What's your association with it?
Yeah, same. It's one of the first ones that you hear. It's one of the most plentiful. It's probably in your fucking backyard kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a nuisance in your garden every single year.
Like the best kind of nuisance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We love garden nuisances. They often provide either nitrogen fixing to the soil, they're fixing some sort of gap in the soil, or they're providing some sort of awesome food. Like a lot of the times, they're really, really tasty nuisances. So, physiologically, I guess, let's start, how does the plant look, right? It's bright green. It looks, I think you could mistake it for clover, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's actually one of the most common mistakes is hey, look at this clover I found with this pretty yellow flower.
Yeah, little yellow flowers, and that right there is going to be your difference to know that it's not a clover, because I'm not sure that there's any standard garden clovers or yard clovers that have yellow flowers. They're going to be white or pink.
Yeah, I actually don't know if there is either.
Yeah, I'm not going to say with any definitiveness, but I haven't seen a
We'll
yellow
look into
clover. So, but they do have somewhat similarly shaped leaves. So whenever the leaf comes out of the stem of the plant, it's going to end and then kind of have a platter of three segments of leaves that are heart-shaped. And clovers, there's going to be what kind of look like variegation, but it's got this striped look to it. It has a band of color going across each leaf section. So it'll be green, and then kind of a lighter green, and then green again. So wood sorrel has a fold down the center of the heart. So it's like you took a cartoon heart, and then folded it in half. And so it's got this crease right down the center. Oxalis definitively has that, but the whole plant is going to be bright green. We were discussing about there's another southern Oxalis that's stricta. Yeah. And that has more purplish reddish leaves, but it also has a yellow flower, and it is a slightly bigger variation of the plant. I've seen that down in southern Illinois whenever I've been doing mushroom clubs or whatever, running around down there. So, and I think you called it it's been referred to as the southern Oxalis?
Yeah, southern Oxalis.
Southern wood sorrel.
Southern wood sorrel.
So, even the things that you can mistake this plant for are also edible. So it's one of our favorite things to recommend people as a starting foraging plant.
As long as you get both of those, because you have the leaf and the flower match, because just like where we're sitting right now, you can see the buttercups,
yes,
which have those same 5 petals.
Yes.
They just totally different leaf structure.
Yep, we have both buttercups and yellow violets. So there's a couple yellow flowers sprouting around us right now. We are in April, however, very end of April. And wood sorrel doesn't come out until hotter months, consistently, over 70 degrees. We're having a rare 80-degree day, so it's a little warmer right now, but it isn't out yet. It comes out in more towards the end of May or June. So timing is one of the ways as foragers we can know that this plant most likely isn't right. If we're guessing, if we think we're finding wood sorrel here in Illinois in April,
you have some crazy microclimate, something like that.
You either have some crazy you're looking in the greenhouse, or it's not the right plant. So keep that in mind whenever you're always trying to identify different plants and foods that you enjoy. So, Steve, how does it taste?
Oh man, how does it taste?
Yeah.
It's bright.
Yeah.
It is crisp. It is slightly sour, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's really lemony, juicy, obvious source of vitamin C. It's got this real tang. And true to its name, it is high in oxalic content.
Mm-hmm.
As we've said many times before on this show, oxalic acids are only an issue, or oxalic crystals are only an issue if you have an oxalic sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
So be mindful of that if you do have, a sensitivity to oxalic crystals. Otherwise, you can enjoy this plant in moderation, just like you do everything else.
And it's maybe it's just because of their small size, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's not as aggressive. Like if you take a leaf of spinach and chew on it, you get that rubbery or that taste or that film on your teeth. It feels like, and that's the oxalic acid binding to the calcium in your teeth. But for wood sorrel, I've never had that issue, but they are considerably smaller.
Exactly, yeah. I think by weight, you'd have to eat considerably more to get an equivalent effect as you do in spinach. And spinach, I think, is well known to have, a lot
Yeah,
of oxalates.
it's packing, as they say.
Yeah, packing heat, that oxalic heat. So, yeah, it's got this bright, delicious, sour flavor. This is a plant that is going to be ubiquitous across the world. It is found in almost every single continent except Antarctica, obviously. But it is thought to originate from North America, but it's kind of like dandelions. It's so ubiquitous around the world that we're not entirely sure what its origin point is from. Because some of these trades or plant transfer or, just the way that they have these traveling mechanisms just built into the plants themselves, be it through bird intestines or fluffy dandelion fluffs that carry them across oceans sometimes. There's no telling when these plants could have moved from place to place. So they're not necessarily invasive per se. They are aggressive. They're not displacing any sort of native species because they're so small. That they can't really take up too much space. They are extremely advantageous growers, so they're going to show up everywhere there isn't something already growing. What do you like to do with them?
I think in this particular case, just raw.
Yeah.
I think that's how they're best.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah,
add it to a salad, garnish on a soup, in a wrap of some sort. Oh fuck, spring roll with that?
Yeah, spring roll is always a fun option to get all these different bright colors and flavors of spring into different little packages. Spring rolls are always a great idea. Cooking is not an option, essentially. If you're going to add it to your soups or whatever, it's going to be towards the end of the soup. You're not going to have it at the beginning of the boil. It's going to turn into mush. They're a very succulent green, very soft. So any sort of heat is going to render it into mush, essentially. At least, any sort of extended heat, I imagine. A quick blanch isn't an issue. I don't know why you would do it, but...
Yeah, I don't know either. I feel like if you did like a I don't know, some sort of really nice, cream soup or light broth, and then did a wood sorrel, oil,
Yes.
drizzled over the top, that could be pretty... fire.
Yeah. And I imagine you could use it in exchange of anything that you would do a lemon zest with. So if you wanted to make kind of like a lemony bread or whatever, and you don't feel like going to the store to get some lemons, you can probably just take a trip out to your garden and blend up a little bit of your wood sorrel in there. Leave it a little chunky or whatever, so you can still get those significant infusions of vitamin C here and there.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, just kind of alternatives like that. Something I talk about a lot in my foraging walks is just the simple exchange of new ingredients with the stuff that we already know, right? There's a lot of stuff that we eat, and it's just making sure we remember those parallels in the flavor profiles of certain ingredients and just swap them out. Basil for bee balm, what we were just talking about, wood sorrel with lemon. There's lots of stuff out there. Cutleaf toothwort for horseradish flavors and stuff like that. Horseradish is an extremely expensive vegetable.
Yeah.
Wood sorrel is one of our favorites. It's definitely part of my origin story. I'm definitely leave in the comments what your first experience with wood sorrel was, or if it was, it's something that you enjoy, how you use it.
Yeah, if you have some unique way that you like to use it.
Yeah, we'd love to hear about it.
We'd love to try it out for sure.
What else is there to say about wood sorrel?
I love you, wood sorrel.
We love you. It's so delicious. It's worth it. It's nutritionally dense. It's featured on our logo. So while we're talking about that, check out our merch store. We have pins, shirts, new stickers, bumper stickers, and notebooks. Notebooks coming to the store. Yeah, featuring all of your favorite Wild Edible World logo, plants, and our lovable catchphrase, "Wowie wow."
Wowie wow.
So, wood sorrel's featured in that. It's that important to us.
Sigh.
What's wrong, buddy?
Well, I just realized this mushroom supplement I bought isn't actually made with mushrooms. It's made with something called myceliated grain?
Myceliated grain?
Oh, no!
I'm sorry to tell you, buddy, but myceliated grain is a sure sign of a poor quality mushroom supplement.
Well, dang. I wanted mushrooms, not brown rice. What should I do?
Well, you should support a small batch producer from right here in the Midwest, Keweenaw Apothecary.
Keweenaw Apothecary? Tell me more.
Keweenaw Apothecary specializes in high-quality mushroom extracts from Michigan, and they always use real mushrooms, never myceliated grain.
That sounds like exactly what I've been looking for. Where can I order?
Well, you can find them at keweenawapothecary.etsy.com. That's KEWEENAW apothecary.etsy.com. Be sure to read their many excellent reviews.
Thanks, buddy. I don't want no low-quality mushroom products from a factory. I want Keweenaw Apothecary.
Wowie wow! Wowie wow! We've got a new hot sauce for you.
It's so delicious.
It's spicy.
It's spicier for sure.
Spicier. It's called Harvest Moon, made with ghost peppers, American persimmons,
and spice bush berry.
It's gonna be great. We also have t-shirts available. Brand new t-shirts.
The best t-shirts, I think.
Baseball tees.
Scrumpers United.
If you've collected apples, if you've collected fruit, you're
welcome to the club.
You're welcome to a club. You're a scrumper. So check out our merch store, wildedible.worldpod.myshopify.com. Wowie wow! So, wood sorrel is awesome and all.
I love it.
But
you love it.
Yeah, it's just so well known and easy to find. And there's only so much you can do with it. And every single book you look at, I referenced 3 books before we started this episode, right? And they all said basically the same thing. Like, just eat it. Put it on salads. There's not that much to do with it.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah.
It's wood sorrel. We love it.
Yeah.
But there's only so much to be said about it. With that being said, we wanted to give a shout out to some other little babies going on here. And by babies, I do mean ephemerals out in the woods. Just other things you can accompany your wood sorrel with that we can, use to make like creative salads, things like that. Those spring rolls like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you already mentioned a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
Cutleaf toothwort, which, in my opinion, as the younger plant is a bit spicier than when it blossoms.
Yes.
Starts to get a little bit less potent, but still absolutely delicious. What else you got? Your turn.
Well, the wild onions. So we have an episode that everybody should go back and check out on Allium canadense. Canadense. That is our... I'm pretty sure I just rolled that off of the top of my head. Don't spell check me. I kind of blacked out and started saying letters. I'm pretty sure it was right.
It's all right.
It's our native species of wild onion. It's also called like forest chive, meadow chive, It's these thin green grasses that you're going to be seeing growing all year round, pretty much. And they're one of the first things that come out and one of the last things that go away. They're really awesome.
Yeah.
It smells like an onion. It is an onion. You'll hear that 1,000 times on that episode. So check it out.
It's a great episode.
Honorable mention. You can't eat it, but trilliums.
Oh yeah, dude, the place where we're at right now is just loaded, man. Trilliums of varying sizes, and because we're in kind of I would say a slightly hillier area, there's trilliums in various stages of bloom or decay.
Oh yeah. Big, small, little, tall. They're all There's a ton of them. There's also cutleaf coneflower.
Yeah.
So we love the word cutleaf as a physical descriptor to name plants. And so it does kind of have a similarly like deeply lobed leaf shape. I don't think we've done an episode on it. I'll double check that, but if we haven't, we definitely should this year. It's also known as Sochan. Awesome green. It grows. It's one of the first thing again comes out during the spring.
One of your personal faves.
Yeah, one of my very personal faves. Absolutely. First things that come out in spring, and then you can eat the early spring growth. You can eat the mature leaves as it's flowering. You don't eat the flower, and then after it's done flowering, it sends up more leaves out of the root system. So you get spring greens 2 times a year. It's one of my very favorites.
How nice.
Also Virginia waterleaf, and I'm just rattling off the dome stuff that I'm just seeing right here within like a 5-foot radius of where we're standing.
Oh, there's
Virginia waterleaf is like a very similar cut leaf formation, but it's got like mottled spottings across the leaves, and it's got kind of a hairy texture. This is not one of my favorite greens. I've heard Sam Thayer talk about it a lot, and he really loves it. But it's just, I don't know, it's part of the salad mix, in my opinion. It's not going to be a feature. It's going to be in the static background of diverse
it's not gonna be that
options.
It's not going to be that trout lily that you garnish with.
Yeah, it's
just
not him.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's not him. So, yeah, and then, like you said, trout lilies. Trout lilies are out here.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ways I've seen trout lilies used are onigiri. As like instead of the rice paper, you use it as onigiri, and so that way you're only eating like 2 or 3 at max. You shouldn't be eating too many of them; they're diuretic. So you only eat a couple, and it's just kind of a fun look. It's got this weird trout skin kind of patterning to the leaf. Really cool if you do some kind of like fish curry onigiri. Yeah, that's fun. And beyond that, so that's. I think that was our little soapbox. We also wanted to kind of catch up with y'all a little bit, right? We've been gone for almost a year, and it wasn't for no reason. Steve was good enough to work with me while he was having a child, and I was still trying to push the pot along, but then as soon as I had a kid, I totally crumbled. I could not stand the pressure. I could not stand up to pressure. So we did take a couple months hiatus. I think we thanked you on the last episode, Black Walnuts, and made sure to, if you guys are still here, we really appreciate it. But yeah, that's what how's your year been, Steve? What have you been up to after I think the last time we heard from you was the Great Lakes Foragers Gathering.
Yeah, probably. Wow, what a blast. It's already that time of year again, I feel like.
Almost. Yeah, it's just a couple months away. Yeah.
I too am in young fatherhood. So like my little baby boy Luca, he is going to be 2 in June, the end of June 28th. In case you want to send him anything, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. He's got enough stuff. But he's doing great. He's kicking ass. He knows his colors. He's freaking just killing it, dude. It's crazy the amount of growth from like year 1 to year 2, and like even day to day, like week to week, just him picking up different things. This morning he had a few like little race cars, like Hot Wheels cars that he'd like rolled underneath a table in our kitchen, and I grabbed this like broom, this like rubber bristled broom that collects like pet dander, stuff like that. Anyway, I used it to get the cars out. And then my wife called, or I was talking to her on my way here, and she says that he was grabbing the broom and trying to get cars out from underneath that same thing. And we just did that this
gosh.
morning, dude. Like,
Wow.
what? The thing's like twice as tall as him. What are you
my
doing?
Yeah, that's kind of my son in a nutshell too. He's always like anything that he can manage to grab and manipulate that is at least twice as big as him is going to be his favorite thing in the world right now. Yeah, my son's also learning extremely fast. He's already walking. He's 10 and a half months old right now.
Yeah.
He's walking, almost running. Dada is his favorite word.
Yeah,
so,
hell yeah.
Wearing the medal for that one. I like to rub that in my wife's face all the time.
Oh, no.
Just kidding. Yeah, he looks at her and goes, Dada.
Dada?
So maybe it doesn't mean what I think it means.
Oh, man, that's funny. Maybe Dada means, hey, feed me.
yeah. Or it means mama,
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're starting to transition to solid foods there. I was really proud that his very first solid food ever was an American persimmon. So it was like in January
That's incredible.
or February.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I was able to find
That's
one
so
on the
cool.
tree, and we shared one, and he seemed to like it. And yeah, he seems like a really adventurous partner, and I can't wait to be able to take him out with me and not worry about having to carry him. I tried to take him out morel hunting this morning. Not successful. It's just too much to carry him and bend over, and it's a little early here right now too. So I think we still got maybe a week or two, but I gotta get him used to the life, right? So it's just not
Definitely, man.
even
Yeah.
a difference to him.
Lucas started eating ramps at like 9.5 months. So man, definitely we got to get him acclimated to the life they're going to be living.
Yeah.
We got to have some partners in this stuff, I
Yeah,
mean,
right? It's
other than each other. We
yeah.
can hang out all the time.
We have a blast, but we always like a bigger circle. The more, the merrier. One of our first episodes is all about the community. So the bigger, the more, the merrier. That's how I feel.
Agreed. Especially our bambinos.
Yeah. We're really, really, we feel particularly, it's not a word I use very much, but totally blessed, right?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
totally gifted by the universe in so many ways through this podcast, through being able to, just follow my heart and have foraging walks and have that be the majority of my income during the year. And being able to talk with people like you every single day or every day that we want to, right?
Yeah.
So like a couple times a week at least.
If you count like Instagram stuff.
Yeah,
we
absolutely do. We do talk every day. You're right.
Communicate every day.
This way of life has provided so much for me already in the ways of food, nourishment, love, friendships. It's hopefully that encourages you guys, any of our listeners that are learning this for the first time, still a little bit unsure or scared to, really seek it out, because you'll get your reward tenfold.
Definitely. And, that's actually a really good point, because it's not just about, hey, can I eat that? Can I feed myself? It's incredibly difficult to feed yourself foraging, but it's very easy to learn new things and learn more about yourself and, just learn. Every day that you're learning outside walking in nature, there can't possibly be anything bad about that. So
yeah, that in and of itself, I think, is really healthful, restorative. It's flexing your brain matter, just observing, learning new patterns, realizing that those two purple flowers are actually two different plants because of one small little difference or whatever. One of my favorite sayings is, if the plants look exactly the same, they would be the same plant. There's going to be little differences. It's not as scary and not as hard as everybody, your mom, used to make it out to be. Those crab apples aren't poisonous.
Yeah, oh my gosh, dude, so much.
So
many times.
Yeah, so many.
Crab apples aren't edible.
So thanks for being here. Thanks for continuing to enjoy the show with us. We got a lot of stuff coming this year. We're going through changes ourselves. The show's going to go through changes. We're going to have so many different ways for you guys to support us and support the plant community through different products, different donation methods or whatever. We're going to get a Patreon that's hopefully just going to level the playing field out. I'm not sure we're going to offer anything special for anybody, but it allows the show to keep going and for us to keep doing what we're doing and upgrading and upscaling and reaching more people, but still providing a show for people that can't afford our products or to donate or anything and just want free educational content. We want to be here for everybody. So we're working on those kinds of developments, and figuring out some live events that we can do up here. Oh, while I'm running my mouth, we got the National North American Mycological Association.
Oh yeah.
Instagram takeover. So by the time this episode is released, it'll be a week away. So next Monday, May 5th, one day after my birthday, we will be taking over the North American Mycological Association page. It has about 12,500 followers. It's going to be a big boost for us, I think. Really cool. We're going to be focusing on most of our mushroom stuff. You know, we don't have too many mushroom-related episodes, but we're really going to be kind of leaning into them and hopefully doing some lives where we actually find some morels and cook some up and enjoy them and talk, reach out to people. And so if you guys hear this episode, please make sure to check out that Instagram next week and support us and, reach out and share how excited you are about our show. We have a lot of really awesome vocal supporters out there, and we really love you guys. Every person you share this show with really, really matters. You know?
And then also, just we love meeting new people, and we love when people that love our content let us know that they love our content.
Yeah.
And then also just like reach out to us, man. Let's be pals.
Yeah.
Like Michael said, the more the merrier, and that goes for life too, man.
Yeah.
We love being friends with anyone that is into the same stuff we are. Mm-hmm. And man, maybe you got something interesting to say, and you'll be on the next episode.
Yeah, exactly. We'll build those bridges. We'll get to you. We'll make it work. So yeah, we'll hopefully talk to you soon, right?
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. See you next time.